Hey everyone, and welcome to your science class. Today in science class, we are going to start our unit 2. In this unit 2, we are going to talk about forces and movement. Forces and we are going to learn about forces, what are forces, and movement. So forces means how much forces do we need to push or pull things. So we are going to start with lesson 1, forces around us. Forces around us. So in this lesson, we are going to learn forces that can move things or stop things. Here you can see in the picture what is the children doing, what are the children doing. The girl is pushing the boy, and the first girl, the girl that is on top, she is pulling the boy. So what they are doing, they are using a force. They are using force. What type of forces? There are two types of forces that we are going to study in this lesson, that is push and pull. Here are some words that we are going to learn in this lesson: away, force, launch, pull or pulls, push, pushes, rocket, squashing, stretching, towards. So here you can see push and pulls are forces. Push and pulls are forces that we are studying about. Push. A push is a force. A push is a force away from you. When you want to move things away from you, which force you are going to use? You are going to use push force. You are going to use push force when we want the things we want to move the things towards us. We use pull. A pull is a force towards you, and a push is a force away from you. Like you can see, we do every time when we are doing pushing and pulling. When we want to close the door, we are pushing the door, and when we want to open the door, we are pulling the door. Okay, so we use these forces in our daily life. So we have discussed a force. What is a force? See in the picture, when we want to push something away, we use push. When we want to things to move away from us, we are going to use push force, and when we want things to towards us, we are going to use pull force. Okay, see in the picture, what is girl doing to the bicycle? This girl is pushing. Okay, what she is doing? She is pushing the bicycle. She is using a force to move things away from her. So when the girl is pushing the bicycle, it moves away from her. The forces can move things. The forces can move things. Moving on to the next picture, these boys are pulling. These boys are pulling the ball towards them. They are using pull force. What they are doing? They are pulling things towards them. Let's see another example. the forces can move things or they can stop things. Look in the picture, what is man doing? Man is stopping the ball. Stopping the ball. So what does forces do? Forces can move things and they can stop things. Forces can make things move and they can make things stop. This man uses a push to stop the ball. He is a goalkeeper, and what he is doing, he is stopping the ball by pushing the ball away from him to not enter in the goal. So he is using a force that is called push. Which force he is using? Push force. Okay, moving on to the next part, forces. So far we have discussed two forces, push and pull. The first one, that is push, it means go away. What push means? Go away. When you are going to use a push force, things will go away. So what is the boy in the picture doing? He is using push force to move things away. When we want things to move towards us, we use pull force towards us. So we want something to come towards us. What we are going to do, we are going to use pull force. So keep it in mind, guys. There are two forces, push and pull. What are push and pull? They are forces. When you want the things to move away from you, you are going to use push. And when you want the things move towards you, you are going to use pull. When you want to go inside the class, what do? You push the door to open the door, and when you enter in the class, what do? You pull the force. Okay, so here you can see using the force to move things and stop things. A ball, a bowl of water, a balloon, a chair, or a pencil. How can you make a ball move? With the ball move if you push it. So what you are going to do, you are going to use these things. You are going to push the ball with the help of a pencil, and you can stop the ball by putting it in the bowl. So there are small forces and there are big forces. You can see Umar. What is Umar doing? Umar is pulling. Okay, what is Umar doing? Umar is pulling his toys. Okay, so what is Umar doing? He is pulling his toys. In these three pictures, you can see which force he is using. He is using a pulling force, but when his toy is small, he is using small force. Okay, he is pulling this toy car easily. He is pulling the toy car easily, but when he has a big toy like a horse, so he needs a big force to pull it. What he needs? He needs a big force to pull it. If the things are heavy, we need big force. If the things are small, we use small forces. Umar pulls his toys with elastic. The elastic can stretch. So he is using an elastic. So elastic can stretch, but when the things are small, Umar is using small forces. But when the things are getting bigger or have more weight, what he is doing? He is using big force. Okay, here, when someone throws the ball, which force he is using? Push or a pull? Push. Yes, exactly. Here, when you want to pull, when you want something towards you, so which force do you use? The girl in the picture is pulling the dog. What she is doing? Pulling him towards you. The boy is pushing the bicycle. When you want to close the zip of your jacket or jumpers or any bag, which force do you use? Push or pull? Yes, boys, you can participate. Yes, correct. Pull. We use pull force. Here, in this type of toys, which force do we use? We pull from the thread, so it is pulling force. When we ride a bicycle, which force do we use? We use push force. We push the pedal and it makes the bike move. So here we use push and pull. When we want to move further, we are using push force, and when we want to move back, we use pull. So here there are many things in which we use push force, and there are some things that when we want to use them, we use pull force, and there are also those things that in which we use push and pull all together. Moving on to the questions, guys. Which toy needs a big pull to make it move? The toy horse needs a big pull to make it move. You know that toy horse is big, so when the things are bigger or heavier, we need big force. So the toy horse needs a big pull to make it move. Which toy needs a small pull to make move it? So toy car needs a small pull to make it move. And the toy rocket needs a medium pull because it is not very small and it is not very heavy. So we will say it needs a medium pull. You can see here, this man is pulling a big rock. Do you think the rock will move? No, the rock will not move. The man cannot pull with a big enough force because the rock is very heavy and man does not have that much of big force to pull it by his hands. So when we want to pull big things, heavy machineries are required to pull them because humans does not have that much of big force to pull it. So moving on, here are some definitions that you have to write on your notebook. A push is the force away from you and a pull is the force towards you. So that's all, boys. Take care and have a nice day. I hope you people enjoyed today's class.